Alright, Shalom. I'm the brother Tasiyat coming back with another video. But before I start off, I would like to give all praises and the highest honor to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akyam across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your household. Come shalom. So, today I want to make a video about the World Cup. You know, we all know what the World Cup is. It's like the biggest soccer or football, I should say, tournament of the whole world, where basically every country represents themselves, you know, and has a chance to play in this big tournament. And so you have from each country, you have like the best players from the clubs, you know, that they select to be representing the country, you know. So this is, of course, very entertaining. You know, me, myself, I'm also watching it, okay, with my family. And what I noticed is the World Cup this year is in Babylon, okay, known as America, USA. Now, of course, this whole World Cup is already rigged, which means that they're already trying to set up beforehand who's going to win this cup and who is not going to win. Now, there was like a list which showed who was going to win the World Cup, and each year, you know, they so-called put a country that would win the World Cup. And in 2022, Argentina was the one that won the World Cup, and they put it on the list. And now they so-called said that Portugal is going to win. Okay, now Argentina has like Messi, which I think a lot of people that watch soccer and, you know, or football, how you want to call it, can agree that he's like the best player in the whole world. Okay, and some say that Cristiano Ronaldo is the best player, you know, which Ronaldo plays for Portugal. So it would not seem crazy if they let Ronaldo win this year, because with Portugal, you know, because it's like a big rivalry between Messi and Ronaldo, you know. Also, they played for Barcelona, and Ronaldo played for Real Madrid, you know. So Messi played for Barcelona, Ronaldo for Real Madrid, also rivals in Spain in the highest competition. So it might be a setup that, you know what, Ronaldo's almost gonna retire. They always had a big rivalry. Let's make Ronaldo win this year. But that might not be the only reason. They might have other, you know, hidden meanings behind why they would let Portugal try to win this cup. And you might ask yourself, like, how would they do that, man? Well, for example, you know, making the referees, how do you say that? The lead, how do you say that? Like if there's a goal made, right, and then the referee says no, it is no goal, or if it's offside, then they make the referee blow the whistle, and then when it's offside, usually they have like the VAR, which is like a team, you know, if I'm correct, that goes to look extra careful if the play was offside or not, so they can make a better decision. So sometimes you might see it being used, and other times when you clearly know that it has to be used, it's not going to be used. Okay? Sometimes a foul, you know, somebody pulls somebody's shirt or makes like a huge, you know, how do you say that? In the Dutch we say overtrading, like a sliding, you know. Then the referee doesn't do anything. But with the other team, the referee might be whistling the whole time, you know, for the smallest things. Handing out yellow cards, red cards, you name it, man. Also, you might have players being paid off, you know, to lose, you know, on purpose, or to miss certain chances. Meanwhile, you are at the goal, you know. So, whatever reason, man, there might be people with much power blackmailing players and be like, hey, if you don't do this, we're gonna hurt your family, or if you don't do this, we're gonna release this video of you being on this party doing such and such. So this whole game is rigged, of course, man. But we're gonna see how it's gonna turn out. What I wanted to say is that this is just another a form of bread and circus, like the Romans did, you know? Like the FIFA World Cup is like bread and circus, right? Back in the days, the Romans used to have like a, like if I'm correct, it was Colosseum, where they would have like people performing, or they would have people fighting against animals like lions, for example, or they would have horse races and whatnot, and then the people would get entertained, and then with that entertainment, they had the people in like a certain a spiral of compliance, and their focus was totally on the entertainment, and in the meantime, they just would implement other laws, man, and crazy things, man. So that's what they're doing right now. Also, it's like bread and circus, man. They distracting us, of course, with this whole World Cup, and I would not be surprised if something else is going to happen or is happening behind the scenes already. And the funny thing is, the World Cup is in Babylon this year. Meanwhile, there was this war with Iran, and there is this war with Iran and USA, right? So there's multiple things showing you that this is like, like a form of distraction, man. But of course, man, I watch it myself too. I like to watch football. I play it myself also. But don't get fooled. Let me say it like that. Don't get fooled by it and dragged down all the way into it without knowing without thinking about the bigger scheme or the bigger agenda, so to say, man. So what is bread and circus? This is what the AI overview says. It says bread and circuses is a political metaphor for using superficial appeasement and entertainment to distract a population and prevent civil unrest. It describes when leaders pacify citizens, pacify like what a baby has, like a pacifier, a baby cries, you give him that pacifier in his mouth, he sucks on the pacifier and he's like quiet. So that is what pacify means. Okay, so you pacify the citizens, you basically make them stop crying and have unrest by giving them some bread and circus, some fun things to watch. It says it describes when leaders pacify citizens by satisfying their most basic needs and providing mindless spectacles, you see, rather than addressing actual underlying societal problems. Origin of the phrase. The phrase originates from the Latin panem et circenses, coined around 100 CE by the Roman poet Juvenal in his satires. Juvenal was deeply cynical about the Roman public, complaining that the populace, once known for its military might and civic responsibility, had given up its political rights in exchange for free gain, bread, and spectacular entertainment like chariot races and gladiator fights, circuses, you see? Historical context. In the ancient Roman Empire, this is from Reddit, in the ancient Roman Empire, the government faced the constant threat of riots from a growing, impoverished population. Okay, so they was rising against it. Roman leaders realized that they could maintain political control and suppress rebellions simply by keeping the lower classes fed and entertained. So that's how you keep the population under control, man. You give them something fun and entertaining to watch so they can have their focus on that. All right? Modern application. So today, the phrase is frequently used in political satire and cultural commentary to criticize modern government tactics and societal structures. Last two parts, it says political distraction. It describes situations where leaders or media outlets promote sensationalized controversies or entertainment, the World Cup, to divert public attention away from serious issues, such as economic crisis, political corruption, or declining infrastructure. And all these things is happening, man. The whole world, the whole society is collapsing, man. So they're trying to, of course, how do you say that? Distract the people, man. welfare versus sustainable policy. This is on Quora. While some users debate whether modern social safety nets fall into this category, political scientists generally agree that the policy represents bread and circus, you see, if it relies on offering highly visible temporary perks to ensure voter compliance, so that the people are ready to comply, rather than investing in long-term solutions for the public good. So these people, they don't do it because they care about the people. These governments don't, care about the people, man. They don't do it for the people's sake. They do it to keep their own money and power as high as possible. Don't be fooled by this, man. And like I said, man, okay, it's fun. Everybody watches this. But if you even look at how the Colosseum looks like, doesn't this remind you of a football stadium? Okay, it's like the same, you see? So it is bread and circus, man. But we as the elect cannot be fooled by this, man. As the hopeful elect, let me say it like that, cannot be fooled by this thing. Okay, it says, Matthew 24, verse 24, for there shall arise false... Oh, wait. We are not ignorant, not this one. Ignorant. Yes, 2 Corinthians 2:11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, and who's worshipping Satan? Edomites, the so-called white people. Who's ruling this earth? So-called white people. Okay? So they cannot get an advantage of us. Why? For we are not ignorant of his devices, their nasty plans and schemes that they have, man. We see it, man. We see it happening, And it's Rome all over again nowadays, man. But that's a whole nother topic. Actually, it's not another topic, but that is a deeper form of this topic. But it says, Revelation 13, verse 14, and deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do on the side of the beast, saying to them, and he exercised it. Yeah, I believe it's verse 12. Man. But basically, Revelation chapter 13 shows you that it's the Roman ways happening all over again. So Revelation 13, verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth, and he had 2 horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. This is America, okay? And he exercised all the power of the first beast before him, the Roman Empire, and caused the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. Okay, so we're doing basically the Roman Empire all over again. Bread and circus. Okay, Senate meetings, like you can read in the book of First Maccabees, chapter 1 or chapter 8, if I'm correct. The Roman Empire all over again, man. So don't be fooled by this. Yes, it's fun to watch, but just know, all these things that are fun to watch, Super Bowl, you name it, man, are just major distractions, man. So, Yahweh Tasa, which means Lord willing, this was edifying. And I want to give all praises and highest honor to the Most High, Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Ba'asham HaKadosh. I want to give double honor to my elder apostles and teachers of Great Millstone, and peace and salutation to the sincere Akiyama across this world, who are spreading this knowledge and truth and sincerity. And shalom to the few sincere brothers and sisters out there who are also listening, and may the election be upon your households. Kan shalom.